I'd like to share with you, my beautiful friends, the story of the holy Vorke, the heilige Rabbi Vorke. One of his chassidim, Moishele, was so poor, utterly poor, borrowed 200 rubles from Rabbi Yankele, who was not rich, not poor, in between. He never paid back. One night, the holy Vorke went to visit Moishele, and Rabbi Yankele decided this is my time to ask him for the money back, because in front of the Rabbi he cannot. The Rabbi will do something, make him pay back. He knocks on the door, and the Rabbi opens the door. He says, "Hey, Rabbi Yankele, what brings you here so late at night?" Rabbi Yankele says, "Rabbi, I don't want to put Moishele to shame, but I have no other way. He owes me 200 rubles for so many years, and he never pays back." The Vorke says to Moishele, "Moishele, it's just the three of us, so please don't be ashamed. Whatever money you have in the house, please bring it and put it on the table." Moshe did a little bit predikas chometz, like before Pesach, looking for bread. He looked for money. He put 56 pennies on the table. And the holy Vorke says, "Oh, thank you so much. That is very, very beautiful." He began counting 1, 2, 3, 41, 42, 52, 53, 55, 56, and kept on counting the same pennies, 58, 59, 60. He counted until he reached 2 million ruble. Then he took the 56 pennies and he gave it to Yankele and says, "Here's your money." It goes without saying, after a few weeks, Yankele was a multimillionaire. You know, friends, on Purim, you know what I'm doing? Whatever you did for me, I counted 1,000,000 times when you're not looking. You know, friends, when I love somebody very much, and I spent with them one moment, how often do I count that moment in my heart and my soul and my head? Millions of times. You know, friends, each time I have the privilege of putting my children to sleep, is it one time? It's billions of times. It's eternity times. Each time I see my children bench lift Friday night, was it one time? Eternity times. Friends, I want you to know each time I have the privilege of opening a Gemara and look at these holy words. Did I learn that page one time? It's 1,000 times. And you know, my beautiful friends, the Talmud always starts with page 2. There's no page 1, there's no 1. A Jew never looks at a page one time. It's always more than one. So I want you to know, my beautiful friends, on Yom Kippur I'm standing before God, and God is counting exactly how many good deeds I did and how many, God forbid, wrong things I did, and put it on a scale, and then they decide. On Purim, they can't judge me. You know why? Because on Purim, every good deed I did, God counts millions of times when I'm not looking, when I don't know. You know, friends, as long as God's name is only when it's written clear, it's one time. For me, God's name is 1,000 times. Millions, everything is God. Friends, in heaven, when I keep one Shabbos, on Yom Kippur it was one Shabbos. On Purim, I'm so drunk, and everybody knows what we do here. Also, God in heaven, humanly speaking, a drunkard counts the same thing 1,000 times. You know, my beautiful friends, in Purim, it's like in Vorke. It is so holy and so beautiful. I say to my children, I love you so much. There's nothing I can do. I just can give you one apple and one piece of chocolate. But my children look at it and they say, it is millions of apples, it's millions of chocolates. You know, friends, on Purim I'm not learning, because when I read the Megillah, for God, it is like I was learning eternity, like I never stopped saying those holy words. I I bless you, friends, that your whole life, don't ever stop counting the same thing 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times.